Can you set up a solo 401k as a 1099 independent contractor that is paid directly? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Or if this is your first time at our channel, welcome to the channel. My name is Travis Sickle. So here is the Reddit question of the day. Can you set up a solo 401k as a 1099 contractor that is paid directly? Here's the question. Hello, y'all. My wife signed an employment contract with a company that as a 1099 contractor. Before signing the contract, she asked them if she could pay her sole proprietorship directly. They agreed. We set up a business elected to be taxed as an S-Corp, and she went to work. After a few weeks, she was notified by her employer that the payroll company they use will not pay her business and only mail checks out in her name. As far as I know, you have to have a business to have a solo 401k. Is this true? Is there a way to set up a 401k even though she is paid directly? We are ideally trying to save the max of $58,000 by using her business, but I'm afraid that hope is gone now. So the good news is hope is not gone. You can still pay yourself as a small business owner, because even if you're a sole proprietor, independent contractor, 1099 contractor paid directly, you are a sole proprietor, which is an unincorporated business. So you are still a business, but you're unincorporated. But to have your solo 401k and you did set up the business, you just need to use that EIN number for the small business. So you're an independent contractor to that small business, but you can open up the business using your business's EIN. But even if you remained a sole proprietor, you could still apply for an EIN. And if we take a look at the IRS's website, to apply for an EIN, you can see that first radio button there is as a sole proprietor. So you can, for this purpose, also get an EIN even though you're a sole proprietor. Now, something to note about the solo 401k, if you want to max it out at $58,000, if you don't have the compensation to support that type of contribution, because it's going to be, in that case, it's going to be 25% because you're filing as an S corporation. It's 25% of your W-2 earnings as the employer contribution, being you, to your own solo 401k. But if you want to get additional dollars in there, then you're going to want to take a look at a custom plan, because the plan documents usually will not allow you to get non-deductible contributions. And that's another way you can get up to that $58,000 maximum if your compensation isn't high enough. So that's something to consider while you're opening up a solo 401k, because not all plans will allow you to have the Roth side or allow you to make the non-deductible contribution. But at the end of the day, as a 1099 independent contractor, sole proprietor, you can all open up a solo 401k for you. And if your spouse also works for the business, then you can also count the solo 401k, because even though your spouse works for the business or with the business, paid by the business, they count as one employee. That's basically how the solo 401ks work. So even though the solo 401k, you can't have any employees, in that instance with your spouse, you can still have one plan with two participants. So it's one plan, two participants. You'll each have your own calculations. You'll each have really your own plan, but it's one plan, two participants. That's how it's going to work with the solo 401k. And if you have questions about the solo 401k, let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and leave your comments down at the bottom.